Welcome back to another full day in my kitchen video. I was scanning through my videos and I realized I have not filmed and posted one of these videos in about 2 months, and I really enjoy making them. So I was like, oh, it's been a while. I will try to get to the point of filming them at least once a month. I think that'd be a fun little thing to continue. If you end up liking this video, you can hit the like button. I'm trying to say that more in my videos. And you can also subscribe. And then I actually have a full playlist of a full day in my kitchens. This day was a Sunday, so I have a little bit more time to make food over the weekend. I started off making some biscuits for breakfast. I will put the recipe and the link to the recipe down below. It's from the Hopewell Heights blog. Biscuits are actually a lot easier to make than you think. A lot of things from scratch seem like they're more difficult than they actually are, but once you start making them and make them more often, it's actually not as complicated as you think. Look how cutie my babies are. Am I the luckiest mama in the world? Even though my daughter's 3 and my son is 16 months, I still sometimes I'm just like, what's going on? How are these my babies? Like, I can just stare at them and actually want to cry because I've just wanted to be a mom since I was actually 3 years old, and it is truly, truly such a dream come true. So blessed to have them. Not the point of the video, but I just had to say that. I'm still rolling my dough a little bit too thin. This recipe is supposed to make 8, and I ended up making 8 biscuits to fit like in my cast iron, and then I ended up air frying like the extra dough. I just kind of squished the dough into little balls and ended up making 4 little dough ball biscuits in the air fryer, and they're actually an interesting texture. The texture was kind of like crispier on the outside because it's air fried. Next time I'm not going to roll the dough out as thin to make like fluffier biscuits, but they still basically got all eaten. I always say I don't know what I would do if I had babies that didn't know how to eat, because I'm so used to my babies eat. They love their food. They have very big appetites. My husband has a very big appetite. So I made these 8 and then like the 4 air fryer ones. And I think we have like 2-3 of the little balls left, and that's it. Everything else got eaten. We had them with some jelly and some butter, and they turn out super good. Sometimes I'll make biscuits and I'll also serve them with some eggs for some protein, but I think it's fine. Sometimes you can just skip it. It's okay. It's the weekend. And this is not, obviously biscuits aren't the most healthy thing in the world, but they are sourdough discard biscuits, so you are getting that like gut health benefit. To balance out the biscuits a little bit and add some health and veggies and fruits to the morning, I ended up making green juice. I also like to make green juices on Saturday or Sunday before getting groceries for the week, because it's a really good way to clear out any extra fruit and veg that's going to go off. This green juice, as you can see, I did celery, parsley, apple, lemon, and some cucumbers. If you store celery after you cut it up so it's like ready to eat, you can just pull from it. Store it in a container and fill it up and fill them until they're covered in water, and they'll last longer, and they'll be like, you know, when you bite, so it's like that good bite, you'll get that much longer if you store them that way. Next up, I decided to make some overnight oats. I'm mostly making this for my daughter, who loves overnight oats. She likes your conventional stovetop oats, kind of, but really her bread and butter, I've never said that term in my life, I think, is overnight oats. She really likes the brand Mush. If you've heard of that brand, the blueberry oats, she's loved it since she was like 6 months old. And every time I buy it, I'm like, this is silly because I could easily make it. It's a nice little convenient food, and they do go on sale very often. I actually do like the ingredients specifically of the blueberry flavor, but I was like, you know what? I really can make it myself. The Mush that she likes to eat does not have Greek yogurt, but she loves yogurt as well. And it's just a nice way to get in more fat and protein for your toddlers. I don't know if she'll end up eating this today. It's just going to be nice to have prepped ready to go in the fridge for lunches. If we serve her a dinner and she ends up not eating it for dinner, I can pull that out rather than making a whole separate meal, which I really actually don't like to do. I guess it's a good little tip if you're a toddler parent or a parent of a baby that will eventually be a toddler. If you're making something that you know for sure they will not eat, have something in the fridge that you can just put together in a couple minutes or already have prepped. Quesadillas is a really quick go-to for us when they were a little younger and didn't need as many like calories, like they weren't fully eating. I would just do like a banana in a pouch. Another quick option would be some kind of bar. They have a lot of bars with pretty good ingredients nowadays, not like the Chewies that we grew up on. Next thing that I made, I'm not really going to go too much into depth because I feel like it's quite simple. I just did some sourdough sandwich bread toast with butter, and then avocado for my toddlers, and then just butter for my husband, and then just scrambled eggs. Very simple. If you're going to make anything from this this video, I would really recommend it being these apple pie oats. I used to make something similar years ago, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then I was inspired to upgrade it because my mother-in-law came into town a couple weeks ago, and she brought me this yummy apple crumble. So I was like, you know what, how can I make these apple pie oats more like the crumble? And this is kind of how I did that. This is so good, also so filling, and truly just tastes like a dessert, but it's actually just oatmeal, a little bit of sugar, and then apples and nuts. The last few things that I made this day were a barbecue chicken, naan pizza, and chocolate banana bread. And then also sourdough. I'm putting it in this order, but I was actually making all these things at the same time, really multitasking. With the naan pizzas, this is a very quick, easy weeknight dinner, but we had these naans in the freezer, so I was like, you know what, let's just make it up. You can kind of customize it. If you don't like barbecue chicken pizzas, you could just do cheese and your regular tomato sauce pizza like I did for my toddlers. And then for mine, I did quite light cheese. Lately, cheese has been wrecking my stomach, which is unfortunate, not even because I like cheese that much, but mostly because I just don't really want to be intolerant to anything. But yeah, it's not sitting well with me. So I did a very light layer and still it didn't sit that well with me, so I don't know what's going on. I decided to make from the cookbook Dinner Tonight by Alex Songrass, the Divine Dish Woman, her easy paleo chocolate banana bread, but the version I made was not paleo because I decided to sub out some of the ingredients for Greek yogurt, trying not to show like the full recipe because she obviously sells a cookbook. I feel like it would not be nice of me to show the full recipe, but yeah, I subbed out some of the banana for Greek yogurt just to make it higher protein, and then I actually subbed out the coconut oil for Greek yogurt as well to lower the fat and then up the protein again. And then I did, instead of the full maple syrup, I cut the maple syrup in half and the other half just stevia. This bread came out so yummy. I love it. My toddlers love it. My husband even liked it. I feel like a lot of times gluten-free things can be quite dry. This cake is not dry at all. Very moist, very yummy. The only thing my husband didn't like about it was it does still have quite a banana taste, even though I cut the bananas in half. I think if I were to make this bread again, I would actually just replace the bananas completely with Greek yogurt, just so my husband likes it a little better, but very yummy. Last thing I had going, I was making this all throughout the day. I didn't record the whole process because I think I have so many videos of me making sourdough, but I said at least I'll show you me doing like the final shaping. I was making sourdough throughout the day. I make sourdough bread at least once a week, sometimes twice. I switch off kind of between your classic sourdough like I'm doing here and the sourdough sandwich bread that you saw earlier. And then I wanted to show you the final products because if I watched a video and I didn't see the final product, I'd be like, okay, I feel a little like a cliffhanger that I'm never getting solved. Solved is not the right word, but I can't think of it right now. It's the end of the day and my brain is mush. All right, well, that was everything that I made this day. I maybe missed a few things here and there that were quite small, but I hope that this video was insightful. I like these videos more than what I eat in a day videos because I think you get more recipe meal inspo ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm trying to say this more often. If you like the video, you can subscribe, you can hit the like button, and I hope it was helpful, and I hope you're checking out with me. Bye.
Our relationship be sacred if I see you naked. We can't just say we brothers and sisters. How will we explain it? Brothers and sisters don't relate the way that we related. I mean, what would we talk about? LeBron highlights? Your mom's highlights? What? Run on sentences? House representatives? Or repentance is? What? Could we have a conversation about Psalm 60?